So this is Dust and Neon. It's a game available on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, Steam, and mobile devices, iOS, as well as Android. On consoles, it'll run you about $20. Let's jump into the mechanics first. Now, this is kind of a spaghetti western of sorts, robots versus cowboys. And as you see, it actually does have a bit of character building to it. So you can go in, you can use points that you're going to collect throughout the game to build certain elements of both your defensive as well as your combative stats. And those will do different things, from increasing your life to your mobility to different weapon features and things like that. You are going to be given weapons to start with at the beginning from kind of the gun table, if you will. And then in this hub, you'll also be able to view bosses that you've already fought and see ones that are currently still locked. So you'll be able to do that. As you complete missions, it's also going to give you the ability to use the upgrade table here. And this is for things that are going to unlock through the course of playing through the game. So you can do things like unlock to get cheaper guns, to get cheaper, they're called mind blowers, they're like buffs for your character, cheaper tonics, similar to buffs as well, and other things as well. Now, because it's a roguelite game, if you die, you lose your guns. However, the buyback-o-matic here in the hub gives you the ability to purchase those guns back if you have the cash on you. That's in-game cash, not microtransactions or anything like that. Next up, we can talk about Frank's Mind Blowers. This is something that as you play through the game, it will unlock as well. And these are some character buffs that will vary, and they're usually only good for a mission. The same thing goes with the tonics that you'll find that will unlock as you play through the game. I like these a little bit more because they give you some better features, and they sometimes will last longer than 1 or 2 missions. Again, you purchase these with in-game currency. There's also a gun shop, and you can see what is for sale there, and you can use your in-game currency to purchase. You'll always be able to compare with what you have, so you have a good idea of what's good versus not. And you can always use the reroll, again, for in-game currency if you don't like what you're seeing there. This is a bit of a loot and shoot game, so you will be able to find the guns as you go through the game. And the game is really spread across a map that unlocks as you go through it. So you do have to go through and you have to complete different missions that range from train heists to destroying barrels to disarming bombs to, I mean, you name it. There's a lot to it. And as you level up your character, you'll then be able to get to a point to where you can challenge that region's boss. Overall, this game has a really unique style to it. It's a dual stick sort of game, so one stick is going to control your movement, the other controls your aim, and then you use your triggers to fire. You'll be frantically pressing the buttons to reload your weapon as you go through here, and you'll have dodge and rolls and things like that. You'll definitely want to upgrade your character as you go along so you can get more powerful and have an easier time going through this game. And like I said, there's different missions here, so it just depends on what you're doing. You see here I've captured a key card that I had to find to progress to the next level. Some of these levels will be outside, some will be on trains, some will be indoors. And they're not just all shoot, kill everything in the level, and progress. Some of them are going to have you do things like blowing up toxic barrels, and you have to complete that to move on. Others are going to have you disarming a bomb. Others are going to have you do things like picking up a crystal and placing it in a slot to activate certain elements that you need to, whether that be transmission of a tower or sabotaging a system. It basically keeps things kind of unique, fresh, and varied. I also found that each one of these missions typically takes about 5 to 10 minutes. It just depends on how fast you want to speed through it. There's a lot going on the screen, so you really need to pay attention. Otherwise, you're going to take a hit and you'll be done. The bosses are also unique. They have their own special patterns with shooting and tracking bullets, and it's a fun game to actually play through. There's also a certain element that I didn't capture here that's almost like a special battleground. It's wave after wave of enemies that you have to defeat, but that grounds is filled with booby traps, spikes, lasers that you have to avoid while defeating these different waves. Overall, this is a really fun game. I think it's good in smaller spurts, so 30 minutes to an hour at a time, and I think it would fit right at home on a handheld. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have the game? Have you played it? I'd love to hear your comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.